Welcome back to the Bolo Show, guys. I'm your host, Bolo. Today I am here with.
My name is Ayla Schroerk. I'm a visual artist from Chicago, and I make music under the name Fighting Island.
How did you come up with the name Fighting Island?
Honestly, I was looking at hats on Etsy and saw it on a hat. But it is a real place. It's like I think it's between like Michigan and Ontario. But I saw that and thought, if I have a project where I think this fits, I think this is a really cool name for it. And it sort of just applied to the music I've made. I think I'm a solo artist, and I feel like I've been doing it for a while, so it's been definitely like a joyful effort, but definitely like feel like I'm kind of fighting to make my spot.
I completely agree with that. That's always how it is. At least with me with art, it's like that as well. I feel like I'm like Van Gogh compared to all these other people, because supposedly Van Gogh in the movie at Eternity's Gate, Van Gogh was very looked down upon.
Yeah. Definitely.
Nobody liked the art that Van Gogh made until he died.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I feel like as all creators, that's not something that we want, but in all reality, it is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I definitely like at this point, like I don't see my work as like a way to like achieve any sort of like popularity or status. It's more like, am I enjoying what I'm doing? And like, is it fulfilling for me to create? And I think that creates work that's a lot more earnest, and people hear that in the work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just led to something that's a lot more representative of me as a person. And people can hear that, I think it really resonates when you get sort of that personal kind of emotional component behind work.
Word. Mm-hmm. That's fire. Outside of making music, what are some of your hobbies?
So I didn't start in music. I'm a visual artist primarily. Mm-hmm. So I studied illustration, and I still keep like a private practice. I've done a lot of like illustration work for bands, and did some painting on the side too. Yeah. Other than that, just like collecting records, taking care of plants, domestic stuff.
That's cool. I collect records too.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite records that you own?
Oh man, that's a great question.
Or one that you recently picked up that you're like.
Oh yeah. Cool so the one I just got recently was Cam Girl by Crippling Alcoholism.
Okay.
It's a pretty sick like noise rock album. I think they're based in like Maryland area. And from the cover, you think it's going to be like pretty oppressive and scary and dark, and it definitely has that subject matter lyrically. But their approach is much more like gothic rock and new wave. It's very like it's weirdly danceable for how heavy it is.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're a really sick group.
Plant wise, what do you think of cactuses only needing to be watered once a week?
I think it's great. I can work with that schedule. I have a few cactuses and I love them. Yeah.
Have you ever had cactus fruit?
I haven't. I'd love to try it though.
It's called prickly pear.
Oh yeah.
And there's 3 variations. There's green, yellow, and red. I prefer the red one because it tastes like a raspberry.
Okay.
But the other 2 are a little more sour.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that's what prickly pears are. Try them out, guys.
I think I've probably had it like in a drink or smoothie or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, never like on its own.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think is your favorite tattoo that you have?
It's hard to pick a favorite. But I think maybe this guy here. This is a enemy from the game Earthbound. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I've heard of Earthbound.
Yeah, it's like
ain't it like a very expensive game?
It has become really collectible. Yeah. When it launched, it didn't sell well. So there weren't a lot of copies, but it's sort of achieved like a cult following over the years and become really highly regarded for its humor and writing and storytelling.
Okay.
And I really love the art style and the area where you encounter this enemy. Earthbound's like it's set in like contemporary, like real life, basically, as opposed to RPGs that are like fantasy settings. And the location where you encounter this enemy is based on Chicago. So
That's cool.
yeah, it was just like a kind of obscure way to tie in like where I'm from and stuff I like. Yeah.
What do you think about deep dish pizza?
I love deep dish pizza. Yeah, it's pretty hard to find a pizza I don't like, honestly. I think it's a pretty hard thing to mess up.
What about Chicago style hot dog?
I love a Chicago dog. Yeah,
What about Chicago style pizza, which is the thin crust?
that's my preferred if I'm going between the two.
Okay.
Yeah. I think like I'll recommend deep dish if I have like people visiting or like it's kind of achieved like a tourist like thing status, I think.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's not delicious though. It's just a bit much, I think, for one person.
Chicken nugget or tater tot?
Tater tots. Yeah.
Favorite video game of all time?
Oh boy. I'm gonna say Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That just like I was at the perfect age when it came out. I loved the first game, and I think it's like textbook, like perfect sequel. Like improves on everything, expands the world. The art style holds up great. Like it still looks really good today, even though it's like 20 years old at this point, and I think even more. But yeah, love that game.
Heck
I think
yeah.
it's beautiful.
What do you think of fighting video games?
Like fighting games like
Mortal Kombat.
I'm not
Killer Instinct.
very good at them.
Okay.
But I do think they're really fun. I loved Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh,
Yeah, like that was one of the arcade cabinets at my like local pizzeria growing up. And man, I would just be like in line for a turn at that all the time, even though I sucked. Like just like the pixel art in that game is so cool. Great soundtrack too.
speaking of pixel art,
Yeah.
what do you think of Minecraft?
I don't have a lot of personal investment in Minecraft. My brother's kids were really into it. I have a couple nephews and nieces, and
Heck yeah.
they are big Minecraft kids. So I definitely like got it secondhand. And I'm not a big like life simulator fan personally.
Okay.
So I kind of like games that are very linear, kind of have a beginning, middle, and end. Things that are just kind of open and aimless. I tend to kind of I don't know. I get it and then kind of move on, you know?
Yeah.
But I think it's really, I don't know. I do think it's a really interesting way to present a video game and kind of just give people the sandbox to basically do like Legos, you know, just building stuff. And I think what I've heard of the music is really pretty too.
Yeah, the music is really pretty.
Yeah.
It's very ambient.
Yeah, definitely. And I like a lot of ambient music, so scratches a niche for me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite instrument slash like I don't know what they're called, but like DJ board thing that you like to use?
So I mean it's it's pretty basic, but I do really just love piano. I think it's a very flexible instrument. And just kind of like I'm not like trained in anything. I just kind of play by ear. So it's really good for figuring out song structures and just building out pieces and then assigning different parts. I love strings. Violin's always great. But yeah, outside of that, I don't know. There's so many good ones. Like a bassoon. I think bassoon's really nice.
They're cool.
Yeah.
If you can describe your music in 3 words, what would the 3 words be?
I would say it's emotive background music. The kind of like tagline for my project is music for video games that don't exist. So kind of when I was starting out, I use a DAW that has it was a free download online, and so in terms of what it can do, it's pretty limited. But it's the old adage of like I do think limitations breed creativity, and I was just kind of trying to figure out like what worked really well with like this limited palette I had available, and so I just kind of started making these more kind of atmospheric, like chiptune melodies. And then that just sort of built on over time. It turned into like a way to incorporate my artwork. Like I would start thinking like, okay, like I'm making like tracks for like this fictional world, right? So like who populates that world? Like what do the creatures look like? Are there main characters? Is there a story? And so that interplay between the two, like either the art would inform the music or vice versa. And I've just kind of followed that ever since and built out kind of like these bigger narratives with like pretty like more fleshed out worlds. So it's been a lot of fun. I think it's like a good way to dig myself out of a rut when I'm in one or the other, you know?
Wings or boneless wings?
Ooh, so I'm vegetarian.
Okay.
But back in the day, I would say I lean more toward bone-in wings. Yeah.
Have you ever had Penelope's Vegan Taqueria?
No, I haven't.
It's a spot in Chicago. My uncle owns it, but
Oh, cool.
anyone that's vegan that I've interviewed, I always ask them because it's like a spot that some people know.
Yeah.
And they just make Mexican food that's vegan.
Yeah, my go-to is quesadilla La Reina del Sur. It's like kind of the same thing. It's like an all-vegan Mexican menu. Yeah, it's really, really good. Check it out if you haven't. Super nice people too.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about insurance?
Necessary evil? I don't know. I feel like it's definitely a scam. It feels like it's just really weird to throw money at the ether basically, and it might come back, it might not. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of feels like there's too much oversight, you know. I'm sure there's a better way to go about it, but we're not doing it right now.
What do you think of Portland, Oregon?
I like Portland a lot. I've visited back in like I think 2015. I have a friend who's from there originally, so we got to check it out for a couple weeks, and it's a really cool place. Didn't like get to do a ton. It was sort of like a stop on a road trip we were on. But obviously it's very beautiful. It's got a lot of character. And yeah, I've got some friends there now, and I know they really love it there too. I'd love to go back sometime.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of Amsterdam?
Never been. Seems cool.
Legalization of all drugs.
Yeah, true. I think that's a good model to follow. But yeah, Amsterdam looks sick. I would like to get out there sometime if it happens.
Sorry about that.
That's all good.
Outside of video game music, what do you think of Gabber?
I like Gabber. I've had like friends pivot to making Gabber kind of as like a joke, and they end up like really getting into it. But yeah, I definitely like just like very like fast danceable music for sure. I also really like that random like Death Grips Gabber album that they dropped back.
Oh
yeah, that's like one of my favorite releases from them, and it was like this weird one-off.
I'm trying to remember what the album cover looks like.
It's like a weird flash shot of like a dragon in a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
I think it's called like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Gabber or something like that. Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's sick. I like Gabber a lot. I definitely like follow people who dabble in that as like part of their sort of like sonic tapestry. So it's sick.
What do you think of Screamo?
It's not for me. I definitely like hear it coming back in a lot of like hyperpop and trans femme music that's like blowing up right now. I do think there's sort of like a callback to things that were pretty big in the 2000s in general. And hearing it in that context, I think, is a lot more like palatable. It's cool to see like influences play into something where it wouldn't usually fit in and work really well. So I mess with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of classic rock?
It depends. There's definitely some classic rock I mess with heavy. I really like 70s Americana. I like Steely Dan. I like Creedence. Like it's all stuff I grew up with. So there's always going to be a place in my heart for it. My dad had really good music taste. So
That's what's up.
yeah.
You got any pets?
I don't have pets. I'm usually like the roommate who's just like on deck to like love on someone else's animal.
Okay.
So like I've definitely like had people come through with like cats, dogs, and it's always chill with me. I love animals. I just like what I was talking about this with a friend the other day, and it's like, do you want like a pet? And it's like I do. The thing is like I don't think I'm in a spot like I'm doing okay right now, but I'm not in a spot where I can take on like a surprise vet bill, you know?
Yeah.
So that's really what like keeps me out of it.
For real. Those
Yeah.
are not fun.
No.
What do you think of the current state of the world right now?
You know, it definitely gives me a lot of anxiety generally. It's pretty devastating to just see how kind of the powers that be will just always work toward destruction and waste rather than improving people's lives. I think it's pretty sick. I just like have seen how like corruptive greed has become over the course of my life, and it's very strange that I like to believe that we're working towards something better. I just don't think it's going to like happen in a quick enough or effective enough manner, and that's really frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I did think there's a lot of power in like holding on to hope and like working toward like just causes. I just you gotta hope there something gets through to these people that are calling the shots, and because it's definitely not they don't have communal well-being in mind. It's more I'm gonna get mine and see ya. Which is depressing, you know.
It's very depressing.
Yeah.
I always ask people in the interviews, "What do you think of the current state of the
Yeah,
world?"
it's not good.
It's
not
never
good.
it's never a good thing, but
Yeah.
I always like hearing how people there's some people that like they tell me what they do to like not be in that hole of knowing it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, definitely like creating helps. Finding your people, like as a huge thing, like getting involved in community. Like I saw this really good post the other day. It's like, there's nothing wrong with you. Just find your people, you fucking idiot. It's like, yeah, that's pretty much like how it goes. Cause like there's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of people who want to do harm, but I don't think that's most people, honestly. I generally do think people you find are good. And like, I don't know, like you just gotta like find an outlet and not give in to despair. There's nothing productive in that.
Always create, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Always make something.
Mm-hmm. Can be anything.
Literally anything.
Yeah. And, you know, I know people get frustrated that they're not good at something immediately, but everyone starts that way, you know? And you'll know when you land on something that feels really good to do over and over again. I love making music because it's so additive every time. I feel like every time I come back to it, I learn something new.
Yeah.
And I don't think you get that from a lot of things. So it's really special.
What do you think about amphibians?
Amphibians are great. Love a frog, love a salamander.
A toad.
Toads are cool, yeah.
What do you know about frogs giving warts?
I haven't had any experience with that personally. I think it's overblown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's fake?
Yeah, I think it's
you think it's
rumor
okay
started
to kiss
by
the
Big
frog?
Wart Cream. I think it's
Do you think that it's okay to kiss a fish
I
when
think
you
it's
catch
fine.
it?
Yeah, I've done that.
Person behind the camera, guys, does not think it's okay.
I don't think it's like, yeah, I don't think the fish is going to mind.
No, because he.
Come in.
Because he kisses the fish, right?
For good luck.
Yeah.
And you say thank you. And you say thank you.
But this dude kisses me.
Oh.
And I know he don't be wiping his lips after the kiss.
What do you mean? Yeah, I do.
Well, I don't want you to touch my lips with that. personally.
I think that's fair.
That is fair.
That wasn't the
guys.
question, though.
That was not the question.
Don't make sure if you're kissing anybody else after you kiss a fish to adjust
You got
that.
white, yeah.
Adjust
You got white.
Yeah.
What do you think about Doc Marten boots?
I think they're uncomfortable. I've tried them out, and I know you gotta break them in and stuff. It's just I don't know. I think it's I think they're cool. I think people pull them off. They just look huge on me, so I don't really I don't know.
Stars or fairies?
Oh man. I'm gonna go stars with that one. I think fairies are cool. I don't think they inspire quite as much wonder as stars do. It's they're these real things that we can see, and they're extremely powerful and strange, and it's just really crazy that we exist in the same sort of temporal space as these giant balls of gas burning billions of miles away. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Do you believe in a god?
I question that more and more every day. I've definitely gone through phases. I was brought up Catholic, kind of around junior year of high school. I dipped more into atheism. I would say I'm probably kind of agnostic, but more just based in grounded reality. It's just very hard for me to think that this is all just coincidental.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's kind of equally as likely as I don't believe in God as an individual or central force. I think it's more just kind of that higher order of things you can't understand, networks between people, how your brain works, patterns in nature. All that stuff is really crazy. And until we have an answer to everything, which I don't think we will, that's kind of where I put that energy.
What do you think about lobotomies?
What's the line looking like? I could do for one.
Oh man. They're still legal in India.
Oh yeah, okay. So get a little hair transplant, get a lobotomy. Get a little hair sounds like a good day.
It does sound like a decent day.
Yeah.
Fix all the problems.
Yeah. I don't know. I have not met anybody who's had a lobotomy to compare. So but I just hope that people who got them are better now.
I do hope so too.
Yeah.
That's happened.
And that it wasn't forced on them.
Yeah.
Because that's messed up.
That's how it was back then.
I know. Yeah.
But luckily it's not like that.
Mom's got opinions. We got to take her to get her brain picked.
Yeah. Not good.
Yeah. It's messed up.
It is super messed up.
So I don't like that.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the Tinley Park Insane Asylum? It's an abandoned building.
No, I haven't. That sounds cool.
It's scary.
Yeah. You can go in there, or is it restricted?
It's restricted, but there's ways to get in.
Okay.
There's a hole in the gate.
Do people shoot SoundCloud rap videos in there?
I don't know. But that would be cool because I have a SoundCloud that I put my little beats on. I work on a drum looper thing.
Okay, sure, yeah.
And when I put that on SoundCloud, I want to make music videos to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like abandoned buildings are always funny to make videos in.
Definitely, yeah.
What's the best building you've performed at?
I think I got to play at Empty Bottle, and that was really cool because that was a venue that I had been to a bunch on the other side of the stage, and that was kind of a cool high water moment. I've made it to a pretty known venue in a smaller scene, and that was a really cool feeling. And I played a couple conventions. I did MagFest last year.
MagFest, what's that?
It's a music and gaming festival out in DC. It's one of the bigger ones in the country, so that was a really cool opportunity too.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
might have to go to DC to check that out. I like music wild. And video games.
Yeah. It's a ton. The floor itself is huge. It takes place in this giant hotel, and that's really what like was the most surprising going in there was just the scale of it is insane. It's like hundreds of thousands of people, multiple floors, like tons of square feet, multiple stages, like all these big like halls are cleared out for like markets. They'll set up like TVs with like indie game demos that you can like play. There's like arcade cabinets and pinball machines. It's nuts. A lot of really good cosplay, which like I'm not invested in personally, but like when you see something like super cool, you're like, that's awesome. Like, great job. Like,
Yeah, that is.
yeah.
That's true.
So that was really cool. Like, wild thing to be included in, and very touched to like they found my little project and wanted to bring me on for that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What can we see coming up in this year and maybe into the next year from Fighting Island?
Okay. So actually dropping tomorrow. When does this come out?
This is probably gonna come out in a week or two. So
Okay,
it'll
so-
be out, guys.
April 12th. There is a compilation dropping through the label Title Charm. They're based in the Netherlands. I have a track on that. And they're on Bandcamp under the Title Charm. So that drops tomorrow, April 12th, at the time of recording. So check that out. As far as like shows or like new material from me, nothing coming up, but you can keep up with me at it's like at fighting_island on Instagram.
Links will be in the description, guys.
Yeah, and I'll always post like what I have coming up next. Potential show at Book Club later this month. It's a really sick venue that kind of like broke ground in a new location where Elbow Room used to be.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a really dope venue run by some friends. They're doing an awesome job with it, and it's always a really cool space to play. So hopefully that comes through.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And just two more questions.
Yeah, no problem.
Last words.
Don't give up. Believe in yourself. Hope is hope is the most powerful thing in the world, and just believe in something better and find people who believe it with you.
Favorite meme.
Oh man, I should have prepared for that one.
I love asking the last words.
Yeah.
And then I keep going because it's funny.
Favorite meme is, I like a lot of memes. This is just gonna be like silence while I go through like internet Rolodex. Man, I think I like. Okay, I'm just gonna pick one because we're gonna be here all day if I don't.
Okay.
Smudge the cat.
Smudge the cat.
Yeah, it's the cat who looks really pissed off and he's like hissing behind a table.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
there's like
about.
a reverse meme where it's like a lady screaming and pointing, and then just a little like shitty cat like smiling behind the table. It's
That's
really
pretty
good.
funny.
Yeah. And just seeing that used as like a reaction is like, yeah, I resonate with that every time.
Well, thank you, Fighting Island, for being on the
Thank you for
Bolo
having
show.
me. Yeah, this is really cool.
Thank you guys for watching. Check
Yeah.
out all the links in the description. That's all I got to do. Bolo out.